What's up guys, Charlie McGing from Charlie McGing Fitness and Nutrition, and today I'm going to go through the 3 stretches that I do before I perform the squat, how to do them, why I do them, and how they can benefit your squat overall. So first I'm going to show you a good example of the squat. Basically this is me squatting, and as you can see my back is completely straight as I go down. I'm going down to parallel, slightly below parallel, and the bottom of my back isn't coming in at all. I'm able to reach that depth comfortably and rise again without too much trouble. So that's basically what you want to be going for. You want to keep that back straight as you go down, all the way to the bottom and up again. This means that, you know, your lower back won't hurt when you do squats. Common complaint from a lot of people is that you get lower back pain when you squat, especially when you do high weight. If you get it in this position, basically it doesn't really matter how heavy you squat within reason. You're not going to experience lower back pain, and you're going to be able to push yourself, push them PRs, go for that muscle growth without the worry of injuring yourself. So the way that you do this is you have good flexibility in your hips, your hamstrings and your inner thighs. So if you have these areas tight, what happens is you can't move them into that position that easily, and so you'll end up coming down. Sometimes people's lower backs bend in, or you basically their legs won't bend low enough. So these are going to be the stretches that give you that mobility and allow you to do that. So the first stretch is this one. This is basically stretching out your hamstrings. So you've probably come across this one before. It's basically just leaning over, touching your toes, and I like to stretch to the right, and I like to stretch to the left of my toes as well, because if you kind of feel it in your hamstrings, then you can feel the different area of the hamstring being stretched. So it's good to do that to get the full area stretched. If you hold it for about 10 seconds and then release, and then move on to the other exercise, the other stretch. So this is the second one, and the second one basically is pulling your feet towards your groin while you're on the floor, and this kind of simulates the squat a little bit, like a very wide squat, and this is going to be the one that allows you to get that depth. So if you're pulling your feet towards you, the inner thighs are stretching and also the glutes are stretching a bit, and this stretch is going to allow you to go a lot deeper in your squat if you do the stretch regularly, if you do it before each squat session. So it'll be a lot easier to get that depth. So if you struggle with depth, then this is the stretch that you want to do. Okay, so the next one is, this is a slightly more difficult stretch, and you really have to kind of think about how you're doing this. This basically is a hip. This is like a hip stretch. So basically what you're doing is you're on the floor and you're pulling your hip away from your upper body. So this allows the muscles in the lower back to kind of stretch and your hip to kind of release a bit. So this means that when you go down to the bottom of the squat, there's going to be a lot less chance of your butt kind of kipping in and going down. And so this is going to allow you to squat with a lot less lower back pain, especially for me anyway, because I find this release of the lower back basically allows my back to stay straight, and so I don't get any lower back pain, whereas before I started doing this, I did. So you want to do it on both sides, and you want to kind of roll around a bit so you're stretching with the full rotation all around. And a lot of the time what happens with me is I know I've stretched it properly if there's like a click. So if there's like a click out of like my lower back and kind of my spine-ish, then I know that I've stretched it properly, and I can go to the other side, click it again, stretch it all out, and then I'm ready to squat. So basically the importance of this is to prevent all pain, so you can basically go into the squat comfortable and safe, and so you can push yourself as hard as you want, and it means recurring pain after session isn't going to occur, and you're basically just going to be so much more better off. If you go to the gym regularly and you're doing squats twice a week, which is what I recommend, this is what I do, then you're going to have to get it right, otherwise you're just going to lead into problems later in life, and it's just not going to be good for you. So doing this way every time protects you from that, allows you to do the squat well, and you're just gonna flourish. So that's it, guys. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions about this, comment below. If you like the video, please click like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.